Right. Okay. Sorry, let me make a load of background noise. There we go. Throw that over there. Lovely. Right. Whoa. Okay. How we doing, chat? We doing good? We are doing well. Lovely. Okay. Right, let's move the mic in a little bit. There we go. And let's load up the game. Oh dear. Hello, hello, hello. When's the next case for Detective Q? I'm thinking of maybe doing some tonight. I'm not sure if there's anything. Throw my keys over there. I'm not sure. I think it's probably going to be tonight. If not tomorrow night. But yeah, probably tonight. Hello, Finny. How you doing? A few familiar faces down in chat there. Handful of people turning up. Vanguard, all familiar faces. Cool. Getting that viewer retention. No, yes, you've all come to watch me fail horribly, mess stuff up. Pot noodles. You're looking for pot noodles. And all the rest of it. Right. Okay, let's have a look, see what we're doing. Cold Waters, I think. Junior just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you very much, Junior. Cheers. Cheers, man. I was talking to Boo Boo Dingo last night about the channel. I'm going to say talking. I mean, I sent her a few messages. I think she's working at the moment, so she hasn't PM'd me back. But I was talking to her about obviously the artwork and things like that. What I'm thinking of doing is having the subscriber badges as like little bear faces, like little bear heads with a bit of a shit-eating smile on them. And having the different tiers of sub be different kinds of bear. So having like the entry as like a brown bear kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe the 6 month as like a black bear, and then maybe the 1 year as like a sort of a very old, tired looking like grey bear kind of thing. So yeah, that's just one of the things, and a couple of ideas for emotes as well. So yeah, that could work. Still no bear badge. Also, thank you to Crying Scum with the tier 1 sub. Sombrero already did bears. That's alright. Cool. I've not, to be fair, I've not watched Sombrero at all. Not entirely sure who he is. I don't know. I think he plays with Edberg, doesn't he? I'm not sure. What's your plan for today? What time is it? The time is 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. And I have no plan for the Long Dark, believe it or not. We are in an extremely comfortable position in game. There is like no bloody nothing that we desperately need to do. To be honest, we're not sick, we're not ill. We've got loads of supplies of every type. I mean, there's really not much for us to do at the moment. The only thing that I was maybe thinking of doing was going and doing some more fishing. And there's good reason for that. Let me tell you why. Well, I can pretty much show you when we get in game. Just loading up the game here. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe going and doing some more fishing because the next sort of thing that we need to address is our moose meat. Or explore. Yeah, we could do some exploring, actually. Oh, God, not the bear song. No. Yeah, no, the next thing that we probably should do, and apart from exploration, is that we need to start preparation for running out of moose meat. And I know that seems like a Joe. You've got food coming out of your ears. What are you talking about? At the moment, because I am not a master level chef, I'm not Michelin star level game cooking like aficionado. I still get intestinal parasites from eating carnivore meat, and at the moment I've got like 1 1/4 worth of black bear meat, 1 1/4 bears worth of black bear meat, just sitting outside. And while it's going to keep for ages, I can't eat it in bulk, otherwise I will get intestinal parasites. And while I can afford to get intestinal parasites, I shouldn't be intentionally giving it myself just so that I can eat the bear meat in bulk. I should try and avoid it. I should plan around it. Which either means one of two things. I either find another moose and kill it, which is extremely unlikely. I either over the next few days, really step up my hunting of venison, of game, which is, again, dangerous in its own right because there's a lot of wolves in the woods around my camp, which means if I have to travel far to kill a deer and then try and bring it all back, there's a risk of, obviously, wolf attacks and things like that. And lastly, the one that we did before, which kind of paid off okay, is fishing. And I'm thinking maybe fishing is the one to do. Because in order to do, obviously, the fishing, what you need to do is... what you need to do is be able to get back down the railway line and return it all to the base. But it has the added benefit of giving us fish oil, or lamp oil, which we can use to fuel the lanterns. Now, we recently happened upon a rather large bulk of kerosene while exploring Forlorn Muskeg, which was nice. But apart from that, we're pretty much out. So yeah, it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment. What I did do was I made my extra arrows here. I sort of lined it all up on the table. OCD Joe. We've got our 99% pry bar down there. I've researched all of these books. These are all learned and can be used as fire materials. The only thing I'm running a little bit low on is firewood. And for the moment, I am out of water. So I need to boil up just a little bit of water. Do I have any sticks on me? I do not. Let me just run outside and grab some sticks. I have a Twitter assassin, but that's about it. I'm nutty. I'm a bit of a maximum introvert. No, I don't have like an Instagram or anything. I don't take pictures of my haircut or my food or anything. No weapons in inventory. It's all right. I'm actually starting to get because I'm because I'm starting to get more comfortable with where wolves and stuff spawn, where bears and things spawn around my house, where their patrols are, where they go. Like the black bear comes around here, over there by Dave's Last Stand, I think it is, one of the trees over there. There's like a wolf spawn. Yeah, do you know what? We'll just come out and chop a bit of firewood. It's a good way to pass the time. It's I'm getting more comfortable with walking around without my rifle and all of my heavier my bow and things like that. And maybe I should walk around with my bow because it's not too heavy. But the rifle is 3 kilograms, which is a huge weight hit for a single item. What's this? This cedar? Cedar will do. 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Plimco. Thank you very much, mate. We'll chop this one down as well. This should be enough cedar wood to make a decent amount of water. So we'll double back to the house now. Should be able to see all of this meat here fade into view. There it is. The render distance. Cool. We're actually warm at the moment. I did go through and repair a few pieces of clothing. Not the animal gear, but a lot of the other stuff. Right, this is all raw, so we'll take this in with us, give that all a good cook. Perfect. We'll just do it all at the same time, why not? Is the current base going to be a permanent one? Until a time that it can't sustain us, August? Yes. I would be really hard-pressed to move this much gear. So yes, this is going to be a permanent base until further notice. Right, let's grab... I've got 7 pieces of cedar wood on me, that's fine. What I need to do is light the fire with a stick. And I'm going to use the last of my cardboard matches for that. Got a few more people filtering in chat there. How are we doing? Are we doing well? Have we all had good days? Hopefully so. I woke up late, because I'm a lazy bum. I'm in work tomorrow from Tuesday, but after Tuesday I'm off until the 2nd of April. So I've got like a week and a half off, maybe a bit more than that. So, yeah, if there's any... I think one of the things that I want to do is, during that week off, I know it's like one day, but I'm thinking of having like a really long Cold Waters session where we try and start to finish a Cold Waters campaign. 6.5 hour fire, that's a good start. Oh, fire starting. Let's see how our skill has increased then. Fire starting skill. You are well above average. You have well above average experience in starting fires now. You have become very capable. Oh my god, you can start fires without tinder. 65% chance to start fires. Fires last 10% longer, and you can start fires without tinder. I imagine it's easier to start a fire with tinder, but I can now start them without tinder if I want to. Let's try and cook some of this stuff up. In fact, I should probably boil off some water first, just because we're now losing condition through thirst. One thing that's going to be a bit of a problem as well, let's boil up just 2 litres to start with. One of the things that's going to be a bit of a problem is cabin fever. I've spent the last 4 days inside the cabin, apart from a few sort of ventures outside. It's getting dangerous. I should really go out and spend a few days outside. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing a supply run over to the Carter Hydro Dam. Now, I've already been to the Carter Hydro Dam and cleared out nearly all of the supplies there, but I didn't take a hacksaw over there to get metal. And I do need to get some more metal. So what we'll do, we'll carry on cooking this venison after I've drank. Because I used all of my scrap metal to repair my storm lantern and to manufacture arrowheads. I don't have any more scrap metal in this base now, which means if I ever need it, I'm in trouble. So I need to go out and grab some more, basically, just so I can have I have the freedom to use it if I need it, because scrap metal is actually used in a fair few recipes and things like that. So does anything happen during work? Nope. Nothing at all. It's boring. Well, it's not too bad. I mean, literally, it's nothing glamorous. I'm just a glasses tinker. I just fix glasses, basically. It's an incredibly fiddly task, and you need some absolutely monstrously small screwdrivers. And a steady hand, which I do not have. But it's alright. Pays the bills, doesn't it? Have I killed a moose yet? I've killed 1 moose, Bing Tang. But I've killed no other moose. I've killed no other meese apart from that. Did I go to college? I think your college and my college are different colleges, because here in the UK we call college university, and you might call... high school is our college here in the UK. Unless you did mean college, in which case, yes, I did go to college. But no, university is what some people attribute with as college, and that is something I haven't done. I'm not sure whether I'm not sure what I'm planning to do, to be honest. I decided that I wanted to go to work for a little while and just sort of get my head together, see what I wanted to do. Because after I did my course in software development and software engineering, I wasn't sold on it at all. Like, I'm just going to read these 2 smaller pieces. Nixie, thanks very much. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those ones. I just... After doing my course for 2-3 years, it's one of those ones. I couldn't see myself sitting in an office staring. It's soul destroying. I couldn't see myself sitting in an office staring at a computer screen. Like, I don't know why it just didn't click with me, but it didn't. And if that's your thing, fair enough. But it really, like, I really thought to myself, I really can't do this for the next like 40 odd years. So I decided not to. So I took a gap year. And sort of went to work, and well, gap year 1 has become sort of what was going to be a 1-year gap year has become a 2-year gap year, because I haven't made up my damn mind. Right, so let's see how we're doing with the rest of the stuff. Clothing's in pretty decent nick. Our hatchet's pretty knackered. What I was going to do, I was going to cook some water up. So I do it from home, yeah, exactly, Jane, yeah. I'm a massive hypocrite, if nothing else. Right. Let's get a little bit more of that fir wood in there. 6 hours. Let's see how much water we can make in 6 hours, because I need to make a lot. I want to try and make maybe 10 litres of water. Really want to stretch this out. I'm going to use the last of my cedar wood in there. Let's make another 10 litre. Let's make another few litres. Gonna melt another. That's 15. And I don't know whether I'll be able to boil it all in one go. Maybe if I throw the fire log in there, I might be able to. Where's the fire log? I know you're back here somewhere. There you are. chuck in the fire log. And let's try and boil that all up in a single sitting. 4 hours to boil up 15 litres. Let's give it a go. Plenty of time. Can even boil up a bit more water at this rate. Let's boil up another 3 litres. And then let's purify it, or well, boil it off, sorry.
I need to drop something.
Getting quite tired, that's alright. And that's pretty much all we can make on this particular hoo-ha. Does anybody remember what herbal tea does? What, when you make herbal tea? Is it like a health... Oh, I see. So it gives you a peaceful rest. Let's boil up some tea. Let's have a nice bit of tea before we go to sleep. Some herbal tea. Nice herbal tea to end the night on. There we go. Nice cup of herbal tea. There we go. Improved rest. Help you rest more deeply. You'll recover more condition per hour. It's nice shit. Right then, let's go to sleep for as long as the game will let us. Let's go for like a 10-hour rest. Better sleep. Have I considered full-time streaming? Oh, here we go, cabin fever. I've considered it, but it's one of those ones. It's I'm happy to sort of like go part-time at my job and do the streaming on the days that I'm not in, but at the minute it's, I don't know, it's one of those ones. Right. Yeah, it's the folks' house. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not my dwelling. Like, and they're not keen on the idea, so it's tempting them to come round. That's the difficult bit. Right. So we're gonna put the herbal tea back on the shelf because I don't need that anymore. Sorry. Look, another one just here. Right. So cabin fever. How far along is that? We need to spend some time outdoors. Ideally, we need to sleep outdoors, but we'll see. I need to go outside, grab some more bear meat, fill myself up for the day. And I think we're going to go over to the Carter Hydra Dam. We're going to plan an expedition of sorts. Weather is very much agreeable. Good weather to move in. So let's grab a little bit more of this what's it gear. Why am I so heavy? What am I carrying that's weighing me down? Oh, 17 litres of water. That'll do it. So we'll grab a few pieces of that. We'll grab a couple of pieces of this. One more and one more, because we're going to be out there for quite a while. I'll drop most of my water here. Right. Oh shit, this stuff is really starting to decay. My moose meat is really starting to suffer, so I need to make sure I eat it relatively quickly. Right, in terms of water, I need to drop, let's say, 14 litres, just so they stay in stacks of... there we go, 14 litres of water, just so that they stay in stacks of 2. That's a good amount of water. What I'll probably do today is I'll spend most of my time outside collecting firewood, and then we'll spend another night outside. It's similar to how we did before. I'm well rested. 100 bits from Alex the Thief. I might start a Divinity playthrough with only 2 characters using the Lone Wolf trait. I need to either finish the campaign I have or already do both. Sorry, I need to either finish the campaign I have already or do both. Suggestion: do the Lone Wolf campaign. I'll fucking do the Lone Wolf campaign. I'd fucking if you've already got somebody to play it with, fair enough. But holy shit, man! Like, don't play the Long Dark nearly enough. Or sorry, the Long Dark Divinity. Okay, so we've got 5 litres of water on this. That's not terrible. We need to go out and chop some firewood, ready for the night ahead. Because we've got our little campsite down there. We've actually... Oh, fuck. Well, the bear's back, which is nice. Which means I can't carry this much meat on me in case he smells me. Okay, in this particular case, I'm just going to have to leave what meat I have on the floor of my cabin. I can't risk having a scent. Not when he's that close. Is there a King Q emote yet? Oh, don't worry, it's coming. Yeah, Big Blue. Big Blue on the prowl. Right, we're going to push up into the hills here and try and grab some more stuff. We're in a very good way. This venison, how's it doing? 54%, that's not too bad. The rabbit meat's deteriorating a little bit. Wolf meat's not great either. This is what's left of that bear meat. And then we've got our fish as well. Okay, let's rock and or roll. He's stumbling on back to his house, and we're going to push up into the hills here and try and find some cedar stuff. There's a little bit of tree bark here, which is nice. Again, we now don't need tinder to start fires, but the fact that we have tinder will mean that starting fires becomes that much easier. So let's press on. Again, we don't have a scent at the moment, so hopefully wolves should leave us relatively alone. As I say, I can survive a tussle with a wolf. I do have enough material back at base to repair my winter clothing, my animal clothing, like my deerskin pants and things like that. We need to just grab as much firewood as we can, preferably before the hatchet breaks. This isn't a hatchet that we need to maintain, this one. This hatchet is one that I'm quite happy for it to break in its own time. Bear is taking a long time to get back to his house. We're downwind from him, so he shouldn't get our scent. Is he going to carry on? Yep, he's carrying on. We're actually losing the light now a little bit. SPQR with 100 bits. Thank you very much, man. Cheers, Monfrey. Right, what do we got down here? Haven't been that way too far. Let's stay up on this ridge. Looks like we've got some more tree limbs down here. Either that or they're large branches. It's always decent for firewood around here. Yeah, these should see us through. Again, we need to light a big fire tonight, just so that we can stay warm outside. Obviously, the bearskin roll is going to do very well at keeping us warm, but we can't rely on it completely. We need to have a backup strategy. How are we doing for cabin fever? We're at 50%, which is a little bit better than we were. This hatchet's going to become ruined very soon, and we'll leave it just out in the snow, I think. Solid day of just chopping down firewood, or getting all this material sorted. Weather is starting to get quite bad. Well, it's not really, but visibility is certainly starting to drop. Looks like we're having sort of an early night here. Okay, we'll double back to base. We don't want to be stuck out here at night, just in case the aura fires up and lands us in a whole heap of trouble.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That's alright, we'll just grab a few more sticks and then we'll double back to where we're going to be setting up for the night, which is going to be out in the shed. Let's roam on down the hill. Looks like the bear's... No, the bear is still there. He's taking a very long time to move off, this bear. We'll just have to be careful not to alert him. I'll have to eat some food when I'm inside the house, so that he doesn't pick up my scent as I sneak into the shed there. I might sleep with my rifle tonight, just in case. Right. Let's get inside. Have I played Mountain Town Map before? I'm not sure what I... do you mean Milton? The mountain town? Yes, we did a brief exploration of Milton. It's a nice place. Okay. We've also left some load of food on the floor. Lovely. Risk of intestinal parasites, my favourite. We're also going to grab our hunting rifle as well and head back out. We're going to set up for the night. You could say he is unbearably slow. I would say so. The trick now is getting over to my base without startling him, which is going to be a problem. No, to be honest, at this rate, I could make a bearskin jacket. If I killed this guy as well, I could make a bearskin jacket. How far away am I from leveling up? Let's see. Let's go to here. Cooking. Decisions. If I was to kill that black bear and cook all of the meat, I might actually level up in cooking, and that means I wouldn't get intestinal parasites from eating the meat. But maybe that's something for another day, as I've already got a large enough stockpile of meat as it is. Right, my character himself isn't actually that tired. We're a little bit overburdened, which means our stamina's draining quite quickly. But he's not coming back this way, is he? No, he's going back towards his cave. Okay, he should leave us be. We shouldn't see him for a day now, day or two. Let's dive on into the house here, into the shed. And we'll just prepare for a night outside, I think. There we are. Welcome back to our small abode. Our little burnt out campfire. We can start, oh my god, with a fire, with no tinder and a fire striker. We have a 95% chance of starting a fire. Are you joking? Really? What about matches? We literally just don't need tinder ever again then. Well, bollocks, I might as well use some tinder. What a crazy thing. Right, we've got very good chances of lighting fire now. I don't have anyone else to play Divinity with. Ah, right, fair enough. Well, you'll just have to play with me then. Isn't that a terrible thing? Cool. Right, let us shuffle back up on here. Making food at the moment, so message me if you are down and when, etc. Yeah, no worries, yeah. Yeah, Milton, sorry. I played it 2 days ago, got mauled 8 times from walls before dying from the freezing. Yes, it is quite a difficult map. A little bit of fir wood in there. Now, I'll need to pass time a little bit while I'm out here. Just so I'm tired enough to sleep. So as long as there's about 6 hours of fire there, we shouldn't freeze to death at all. I disagree strongly with how you play Cold Waters. What do you mean, Biz? What do you mean? What do I do wrong? What have I done? What have I done to offend? I'm going to use you for background noise while I work? Yeah, no worries, mate. Podcast the shit out of that. Feels like 70 degrees. 52 degrees. It's very nice. We've got 3 hours of whatever left. Our cabin fever hasn't gone down. Interesting. I guess we'll need to spend more time outdoors. Let's see if just passing time for a few hours is enough to scare off cabin fever. This doesn't classify as indoors, does it? No, it shouldn't do. Weird. Not sure if you've skill books, but wouldn't it be wiser to use that time instead of passing the time? I've read all of my skill books. I've read them all. I've got no skill books left. Let's just boil up a bit more water. Let's go for a 3 litre.
Something's gotta go.
Only in a video game, yeah, you see a bear outside and you go, yep, I'll camp outside tonight, yeah. I've got no choice. It's the cabin fever thing. It's got me pretty much on lockdown, so Okay, well, cabin fever's a problem. It's a problem I'm going to have to get used to. Right, well, I'll leave that fire burning out there. I was hoping cabin fever would go away, but apparently I'm not that lucky. So instead we're just going to have to start our expedition to the Hydro Dam ahead of schedule. To be honest, what I could do is that I could go... I don't really want to explore Milton again. Like, I know that's like it's one of those ones, because I have to get all of the gear up and down those damn rope ladders. Oh god, look how slow that bloody bear is. He's still moving back towards his cave. So, in what part of the world are you in right now? I'm in Canada. Find the coast and hunt for some whales. Yeah, I'm in Canada. That much isn't a secret. But I'm on Mystery Lake at the moment. Okay, so shitloads of firewood that I need to drop. Get right on in here. Fire making supplies, 4 fir limbs. What else did I drop there? Don't know. And then cedar. Drop all of those. That's enough firewood to keep me going for a little while. I've got 150 tinder plugs and absolutely nothing to use them on. Oh, right. Well, fair enough. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. How are you doing, Sir Apex? It almost looks like that bear is bugged. Yep. Voice sounds horrible on the smartphone. Yep, I've got a terrible scratchy voice. Witty today. Yep. So all full of jokes. Right, awful of jokes. Okay, so this moose meat. The moose meat is the thing that's deteriorating the quickest. So I mean, I'll eat that first, and then I'll eat the rest of the stuff afterwards. I'm going to keep my bearskin rug with me, and I'm just going to have to try and soldier on. I've got 6.5 litres of water, which is a little bit much, but I have to bring all of this stuff with me, realistically. I can't afford not to. Let's just pop my my spare bullet away in here. Seamless animation. Right. So, pop that back on my shoulder. Again, I'm a little bit overburdened, but there's nothing else I can do. Spend some time outdoors before it gets worse. I spent literally all night outdoors. Well, beggars can't be choosers in this case, and I'm very much the beggar. I'm overburdened. Only by 2 kilograms. Let's drop 2 litres of water.
Might have to drop some gear.
I'm running out of water on my water shelf. I'll just have to leave that there. The problem is our character's only going to get more tired as the day progresses. Can you not eat anything? Eat this shitty steak here. Try and take some of the weight off it. There we go. Slightly underburdened, which is better than nothing. Okay, let's rock and or roll then. Let's head out to the Hydro Dam and see what's going on out there. We'll need to take a hacksaw with us, which is going to put us back overweight because these things weigh 1 kilogram. So that puts us back overburden. What can I leave behind? 2 kilograms of sticks I don't need. We'll drop those here. There we go, that puts us back underweight by about 3 kilograms or so. So that works. I'll take a couple with me just for starting a fire in an emergency, but we should be okay. I'll also take a book if I can. Let's just take one of these books in case I really need to light a fire in a hurry. And that should be about it. Obviously I've got my rifle because we're going to the Hydro Dam. Ideally I wouldn't bring my rifle with me, but there's a good chance that we can bump into some wildlife on the way there. We've got a long way to travel, and not in good company. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. Oh, dear. Right. Crack me knuckles. Okay. Well, I think we should step out our door, then. Am I actually from Quebec? No, I'm not from Quebec. I'm from the Midlands in the United Kingdom. The name is part of the NATO alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot. If you go all the way down to Q, Q is for Quebec, and that's where the name comes from. There's no amazing backstory here, friend. There's just it's just me going, oh, I need a new username. Somebody sent me a big wall of text there with that "Long live Quebec." I might have missed it. Could scroll back in chat and have a look at that. Someone put a lot of effort into that sentence. Did I bring my food with me? Yes. Did I bring my drink with me? Yes. Let's have a drink. Try and lighten the load a little bit. We're a little bit tired, and we're going to have to sleep outside in the hydrodam. But that shouldn't be a problem, because I seem to remember them adding a metal fence around the hydrodam gate, which is nice. The problem is going to be food if I get out there and there's nowhere to eat. That's going to be the other problem. I'm not planning to stay long. I need to try not to get bogged down by bad weather. It's going to be one of the big things. All I need to do is roughly hug the outer map here. Roughly. And that will get me to the hydrodam. Because the hydrodam borders this area and the Pleasant Valley. And the Pleasant Valley is actually reasonably pleasant. It's quite a nice area. And we could explore it, but the problem is that say for example, if I'm going to Milton, the bear cave, the cave that I go to Milton through is right next to my base, whereas my other, the other supply area, the Pleasant Valley, is much further to go to. I've got to go to the other side of Mystery Lake, through a connecting environment, which I believe is an old railway line, or the Carter Hydrodam. I've got to use like a transition area, and then, and only then, can I come back to Mystery Lake or make it to the Pleasant Valley. And it's a bit of a bother. I think I want to leave the Pleasant Valley untouched, because if I want to progress, that is the area I need to go to. If that doesn't make... Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining myself. Basically, if I loot the Pleasant Valley now and bring all of the supplies back here, when I run out of supplies at my current base, and that's not a case of if, it's a case of when. When I run out of supplies at my current base, I will lose the ability to be able to stay at Pleasant Valley, which means in order to make living possible, in order to make life hospitable at these different areas, there needs to already be supplies there. So what I would have to do is, let's say I run out of supplies and I have to go through Pleasant Valley. I have to go across Mystery Lake, through the Carter Hydrodam, which is another biome, then to the Pleasant Valley, then through the Pleasant Valley, to then get to another connector environment, to then get to like the highway or desolation point. Thank you very much, horses are dumb. Not something I thought I'd say, but hey ho. Horses are in fact dumb. But yeah, it's one of those ones, like, it's just... I'm making a shitload more work for myself by doing that. Here's the cabin. We've stopped at this cabin a few times. It means that we're on roughly the right path. We're skirting a little far into the mountains, but the cabin is a waypoint. We're about a third of the way to the hydrodam, so you can appreciate how far we've got to travel. Instead of using precious bullets, try dropping decoys. You have the meat for it. I do have the meat for it, but, and there is a but, the decoys don't always seem to work. If I've only got like one or two pieces... 100 bits from Biz. The textable was my rant about cold waters. Oh right, I see. That was your rant, was it? Was it a good rant? Was it a solid rant? We'll have to see. Oh, that's right. Here I am taking... I literally asked you a question. I asked you whether or not... I asked you why you thought I played Cold Waters all wrong, and I think I know the answer to that. Is it my incessant shooting of? Is it my incessant shooting of civilian cargo ships and wildlife? Is that what? Does that trigger you? Does it? It triggers the shit out of me. Right. Where were we? I was yammering on about something. Gas or whales, exactly. No, not at all. Okay. I don't know what I did wrong then. It was more of a get good rant. Damn, I thought I was the best at cold waters. He says, with a shit-eating grin on his face. Is this the cutout? Yes, it is. About halfway to the Hydro Dam now. There's usually quite a few wolves around here. We're only 1 degree above freezing as well, which is good. There's a deer kill out here. There are the wolves. We're downwind from them as well, hence the direction the snow is travelling in, so that is promising. Up there somewhere there's a bunker with, well, what used to have supplies in. We managed to sort of bootleg them all back to base. Just giving the wildlife a wide berth here.
Oh,
fuck me, that scared me. Jang Ho, thank you very much, mate. Or Jangahi, or whatever. Hello, Zeus, how are you today from Crimson? Thank you very much, mate, for the 14 bits, even if they didn't pop up. Okay, that's the... oh, I've got a wolf trying to sort of intercept me here. I'm not going to sprint yet. Did I bring a flare with me? No. Well, shit. I've got no way of scaring off wolves. I'll have to make myself a torch or something then, as and when I can. Put my rifle away. We're losing 2 stamina bars for some reason. I'm not sure why. You can see there in the middle I've got -2 on my stamina. Normally it's only -1. Maybe... Oh, I see. It's -2 for when you're walking, -3 for when you're sprinting. Fair enough. We're now downwind from him. Or upwind, I should say, which means he can now probably smell my wolf meat that I've got on me, and my bear meat. He just smells a cooked chop, and he's coming for dinner, so I need to try and get to the Hydro Dam in good time. Now, when I actually get to the Hydro Dam, it shouldn't be too bad. I do have a manky old hatchet that is probably going to break if I try and put too much strain on it, but at the same time, I'll be able to smash up a load of firewood using, like... Oh, hello, what's this? This is a birch? This looks like a maple. I'll take this with me. That's a maple. Always good to take those with you when you find them, because you probably won't find them again. Wind is starting to get a little bit worse. We're now on 0 degrees. We're about 2/3 of the way to the Hydro Dam now. We're nearly there. What I've been doing is, that snowbank you can see just sort of in front of that rock face there, that's a road, an old logging track, and I'm trying to reference myself off of that to get by. I tend to find the wolves hang around the clearings, and that when you're in deep forest like this, they tend to leave you alone. And I say tend to. Not always. There doesn't look to be a way around up here. Hopefully the game's going to funnel me down here. Okay, that works. Still not quite getting cold yet. We've still got plenty of hunger, plenty of thirst. We're a little bit tired, but we'll be alright. Standard QROE. Hope you're having a good day. As always, pleasure listening to your streams. Thank you very much, mate. Dankeschön. You probably just jinxed it, they'll be after you. No doubt, there's normally a few wolves that hang around this cabin here, which is why I'm trying to stay on the high ground and avoid it. There is a camping stove there if I'm desperate for it, but it's outside, so there's not much point. If I can just scoot by here without causing too much attention, then we'll be great. We're doing well so far. Still running parallel with the logging track. We're probably about 10 minutes away from the Hydro Dam. You can see how much of the map we have to traverse in order to get to where we're going. Is that another maple sapling there? Maple saplings are just super duper handy, just because your bow obviously can't be repaired once it takes damage. Oh, 1,500 bits. Holy shit, I've had a great day so far, so I hope you're doing as well. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Oh, ouch. That's bad. Okay. I'll pop some painkillers. Oh, hello. Joe doesn't have any painkillers. That's not great. I can't raise my rifle. I'm going to need to rest to get my sprained wrist healed. I could probably go up there and to the right. Oh, there's probably less wolves up that way. That connects to the railway line. I'll hug this way and see what I can find. I've not explored this far. I think this is north. Classic deadly 5cm drop. Getting careless. I was just walking, man. I was just, yeah, to be fair. 100% my fault. Rip Q. GG. All of that good stuff. What is up here? Random clearing in the snow. Bear cave, rock climbing rope, something like that. Something of interest. Anything of interest. It seems strange to have such a big clearing in the snow and then nothing up here. I can't see any caves. That's a dead end up there. That's a dead end, that's a dead end. No? Okay, nothing here. Let's hug the cliff face and try and get round. Take a rosehip tea. Don't have any rosehips on me. Got them all back at base. You can rest and get rid of your... you can basically just sleep off a sprained ankle. It takes a while, but you can just rest. Or at least you should be able to. At least our cabin fever's going down, which is nice. This is my bear collection. Possible bunker, perhaps. Maybe a possible bunker location spawn, but... well, it's not like I can sprain anything else. So I might as well just run down this cliff. A broken rib, broken leg, missing an eye. All of the other ailments. I can't sprint because of my broken leg. Or, sorry, sprained ankle. And I can't equip a rifle with a sprained wrist. I must have been walking on all fours or something. What happens when cabin fever hits short? It means you cannot sleep indoors at all until you have recovered from the illness. So it's imperative. Like, for example, we spend a lot of time as a dead deer out there on the railway. That's bad. We spend a lot of time... there's two wolves back there. See if I can skirt by unnoticed. We're downwind, so should get by relatively easy. This is the riskiest bit of my journey right here. This is where I'm stuck on literally train tracks. I'm being railroaded towards the Hydra Dam and there's nothing I can do to deviate here. This is the tightest part of... there's no room for deviation. I've got to get across this bridge and then take a left and hope that there's no wildlife waiting for me. After that... oh, that's bad. I can't sprint. All I can do is maintain eye contact and hope that he doesn't rush me. He's funneling me down here. That's not too bad. Should be able to take a left. There is some buildings up here. There we go. Flare or decoy? Might be decoy. I think I can get up to the buildings before he rushes me. He's not probing me too hard yet. Here are the buildings. If I can get inside one of these, I'll be alright. Here we go. Let's try and get inside one of these buildings. Get him losing interest. There we go. Cool, right. We're safe at least. Excellent. So yeah, stuff that we're after is this stuff. Metal shelving, primarily. We need metal. That's what we need, so... there's a first aid container up here. Have I searched it? Yes. I've already been through these areas. I've already stripped them for parts, basically. So I need to... I could do another double check, double trouble check of the Hydra Dam, make sure that I've got everything. But it's difficult to say for sure. That wolf should lose interest in me shortly. I do need to sleep outside tonight, though, which I'm going to do in the perimeter wall of the Carter Hydra Dam here. There we are. This gate should separate me from the horrors of the outside there. I think this perimeter wall is solid. I don't think there's any way around it. I'm sure it does. Lots of scrap here, just lots of old beat up shite. This place is one of the most dangerous places in the whole map when the Aurora is on, because all of these power lines go active. If the Aurora is here tonight, I'm in real trouble, which is why I'm going to sleep outside, away from the nonsense that is the wolves. There's no point in me sleeping until tonight, and I'll need to gather some firewood so that I can stay warm. Can you use the pickup trucks? You can't use them. You can go inside them, but you can't use them. As I say, 99% of the stuff here I've used. Let's smash into this crate with my hands, because some people were saying that some of the green crates have supplies in. You see, all of these cables become active. Pull up my lantern. Why is power a problem? Because I will be electrocuted. I'm not a fan of that, personally. At the moment, all I'm doing is just double trouble checking for
too much stuff to carry.
Supplies. Yeah, guy's starting to get quite tired now. I need to get over my cabin fever, and in good time too. People would missed this container last time. You see, decent wool sweater. Can actually put that on as an underlayer? No, probably not. Empty locker. Well, I can, but I've already got a decent underlayer. What I need is thermal trousers. That's what I'm after. There's a workbench, cardboard box. But people yanking my chain about these containers, because I virtually never find anything in them. Oh, I left my lantern on. Arse. Sorry, I wish it would turn the lantern off.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Refuel. I wish it would turn your lantern off when you broke stuff down. That would be super helpful. Squeaky chair.
Need some first aid soon.
This is a super dangerous room to be in. All of these red cables go active when the Aurora starts. So I don't even want to risk being in here just yet. We need to get outside and sleep for the night then. I've got enough firewood, so let's make it happen. Lovely. Okay. Oh, what fantastic weather. Only feels like -2 though. Right, we need to find something that's got a bit of wind protection to light my fire in. The only place I can think of is this little bit of roofing right here. Got a little bit of wind protection in here. This'll do. Let's place my bedroll down. Come on, game, you gotta let me sleep in here, bro. Can I place it? No, just here somewhere. That's probably about the best I can do. I don't have any wind protection here. I do here. So this will be where I try and light my fire. Nope, can't light my fire in here at all. Invalid location. Not great, I'll be honest. It now feels like minus 15. Let's get right up in here. Feels like minus 2. If I sleep for an hour, that'll make it feel a bit warmer than it is. Okay. Bavin's hosting us for 10 viewers. Thank you very much, mate. Do I miss Fluffy? Of course I miss Fluffy. There we go. We've nearly rested out our sprained ankle. Our cabin fever's getting a little bit better. Gonna eat this shitty moose meat that's in really bad shape and have some bear meat. The lowest condition stuff first. And we'll drink some water. Okay, weather's really bad out. Maybe I don't need to light a fire just yet. I'm going to sleep for 3 hours. Okay, my character's getting a little bit cold. My sprained wrist is healed. Sprained ankle healed. My character was starting to get cold, but it's not too bad. Okay, the wind chill factor's gone down. We're going to sleep for just 4 hours now. Try and get rid of our cabin fever. -3. Just intestinal parasites. No more cabin fever, which is a blessing. Let's pick up our bearskin roll. Head back inside. Can't see anything. Still can't see anything. You can see my hand now. I think the dams are just here. It's difficult to see in the dark. No aurora, at least. There you go, just chuck the match over there. Let's light up this lantern. Don't have much fuel left in this thing. So let's go and double check that I got all of the supplies that I could. If the aurora isn't around yet, then I don't think it will arrive. Is it worth breaking all of those green crates? Is it actually worth it? Is there a chance of being supplies in them? Or is it just certain green crates in certain places around the map? Because that's what I feel like it is. Medical lockers. I did a pretty good number on this place. That is a locked door. Can't get through there. That is an elevator shaft that doesn't work. Cardboard boxes. Pigeonholes, can't get in there. Empty filing cabinets. Empty lockers. Shells. Floppy disks. Truly a time capsule. Close that door for reasons I don't know. Does anyone know about those green crates? I haven't a clue. Can't use that. Let's head back down. We could check the lower half of the dam. I'm pretty sure I checked the lower half of the dam last time, but it's difficult to say for sure. What's up on the top level? Is this just a blocked door? Don't think we can get through here. Yep, that's all locked up tight. The 90s called and they want their floppy disks back, exactly. Those floppy drives. Anything down? Just pallets of wood, reclaimed metal. Can't get through that door. Thought you were on a cam website. Yeah. There's nothing left in there. That's reception. Admin office, turbine room / elevator, turbine room stairs. Control room. The control room would have a lot of circuitry in. Let's go back down to the turbine room. Which is just down here. I didn't bring any of my fishing tackle with me. You've got to remember, this whole place whirs into life when the aurora hits. You can quite easily get trapped in here. All of these lights come on, the turbines fire up. It's pretty terrifying. Very easy to get killed in here. An old fire barrel, that's nice. Through this door? Totally blocked. Let's head up onto the catwalk. Let's not head up onto the catwalk. Can potentially head up here. Oh, I've done that thing again with my lantern. Bollocks. That's so annoying that it leaves the lantern on. You just forget that it's running. So I've got no lantern fuel now. Well, hopefully I've only got 9 matches.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we're going to have to wait till daytime. That one Belgian. Cheers, mate. Right, we're going to have to wait for the sun to come up. Can I get a little fire going? Should be able to. Let's get a little fire going. Just so we can see what's going on. Can you find rubber boots or something to prevent dying from electricity? No, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Having only 9 matches is a bit of a problem now. I've got to grab what I need and get back all tomorrow. I can't really stay overnight with 9 matches. I won't be able to see anything. So I've got to get back to eat today even. I'll have to go back upstairs and start smashing up some furniture. I can take a torch from this. Let's take a torch. There we go. How much fuel has this got left in it? Doesn't say, does it? 28%. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Massive pipes, crates, huge turbine. Oh,
I'll be hungry later.
bar of candy, yeah. Let's head up on this catwalk, see if the stairs are actually working here. There we go. There's the control room. Absolutely lethal in there if you get caught in there. Be pretty harsh if the game put the aura on you while you were in there. If you were sleeping on the power cables, it'd pretty much be all. Hello, mate. You alright? Oh, poor fella. Don't really want to be jumping down there. Torch is starting to get a little bit dim. I'll go and grab a new one. Sun should be coming up soon. Hopefully we won't need the torches too much to get around. They're still good to have though. Let's get back to the fire barrel. Look at all of these cables. Absolutely lethal. Let's explore the lower part of the dam then, just quickly. See if I missed any supplies. If not, we'll come back up when it's daytime. Oh, hello. Oh, I dropped some supplies here.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
What did I leave? Well, a shitload of wood. How many sewing kits? Why did I leave so many sewing kits? Well, those are like massive. Why did I leave so many? Oh, well, that's actually a fucking good find.
Someone's gotta go.
I don't need this much firewood, definitely. Let's drop, like, all of it. And take, like, 5 pieces. And let's head down. Leave the upper dam, so we're going down to the lower levels. Oh, they're scarves. I thought they were, like, fucking, like... Yeah, you can tell I'm a fat fuck. I thought they were like massive, like strawberry cable type things. wonder why I dropped so many supplies. Search through all of those. Yeah, bacon or something. Scrap metal is primarily what I'm after. Oh, hello. Looking some C418 there. I think that's to signify the sun rising on a new day. Just hopefully none of this machinery fucking starts. We pretty much looted the entirety of the dam. We've pretty much looted the entirety of Mystery Lake. I don't think there's any stone. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
There's pretty much no stone left untouched. Right hand for Jerkoff subbed for 2 months in a row. Thank you very much, man. Bit of scrap metal there. That's why we're here, ultimately. Starting to lose this torch. No, that's just a plank. Just throw it. Spit my dummy out of the pram. The wool scarf. Nice and warm. Okay. Stop throwing your torch around like an idiot. Well, might as well now. It's too fucking dark to do anything. When a single match is brighter than the torch you brought with you. I need to make sure I don't get stuck down here. It's very dark. Oh my god, what the fuck are these? Decent ski boots, hard plastic boots, high tech. They're 4 kilograms. Will keep your feet very warm at the expense of mobility.
I need to drop something.
Let's take a look at how warm these ski boots actually are. How warm are they in comparison? Well, they are much warmer than even my deerskin boots, but they're minus 20% on their own. They're not worth it at all. Drop them. Seven matches. An old hat. Plenty of old hats. Checked all of these drawers. An old computer keyboard up there. Nothing in the locker. Just pitter-patter my way through all of the drawers. Metal table. 8 scrap, 3 hours. Let's make it happen. Lovely. Then let's eat our last little bit of food here. Right, well, we've got to go. Right. Oh, a frying pan. The holy pan. Right. Let's see. You missed one of the drawers in the filing cabinet back there, did I? Which filing cabinet did I miss? Oh, I did. Ah. This is why we bring stream chat. This is why we stream stuff. Bring chat along so I know what the fuck's going on. Well, it's now bright enough for us to have broken junction box. 8 pieces of scrap metal is about as good as we're going to get without massively overburdening ourselves, I think. How are we doing for inventory space at the moment? We're on 33 kg. We can afford to rip up something else. This is another 8. Right, now we just got to get back to base in good time. I don't have any more food. I got a limited amount of water. Food's alright. I can live. He says I can live without food. It's the rest of the stuff that becomes a problem. God, you get to see just how sort of, I don't want to say pretty, but how full the Hydra Dam is. It's just crap everywhere. They did a really good job of like designing this. Just nothing hidden. Big old Canadian flag there. Hopefully the aura doesn't start. It's the last thing I want. Time to get out of the Hydra Dam. Double back with the scrap metal I've got. Don't want to get caught by any wolves. I can sprint, and I've got my rifle again now, which is good. If I was to go out this way, I would not be able to come back. That's a fire door. I'd be trapped on the far side of the Hydra Dam, which is a problem. Goes without saying. Let's get back up through here. Like, we got to leave now, so let's make sure we do. No point staying. We've got to tiptoe all of the way back to the Carter, not to the Carter Hydra Dam, back to the Trapper's homestead, and then figure out what our next game plan is from there. I think probably what I would need to do is either... I've explored Forlorn Muskeg. I've explored that. There's not much happening there. Forlorn Muskeg is one of those like travel between maps. Like it's a map that doesn't have much in it. There's a fair bit of stuff in Forlorn now that I mention it. You know what I mean? There's some stuff. There's a fair few sort of things that you encounter. So it's not terrible, but you certainly couldn't survive there. I mean, there's so many walls and the thin ice, and it'd just be a disaster at all times. Right. Can't see any wolves out by the railway line. Put my lantern away, try and make good time back to base. I have another lantern back at base that has more kerosene in and is in better condition than the one I'm currently using, so we'll bring this lantern back with us purely for a scrap, I think. Wifey's playing Battlefield 4 there. Maybe I could. Maybe some of the containers here do have food in, but I haven't seen it. Unloading zone ahead. So you don't unload here at the Carter Dam. The Carter Hydra Dam, sorry. There's a wolf. That's the wolf that spooked us last time. I know there is a bear patrol somewhere around here. There are 2 bears on this map. One of them lives by me, and the other one lives by Mystery Lake. And you can see this river here. It's frozen river. That goes to Mystery Lake. And he lives around there. So I need to be careful of him. The other bear has quite a wide patrol route. He spends a lot of his time at Mystery Lake, but he can just as easily spring up and go, "Hello, friend," and ruin your evening. Temperature is warm. I'm very tired, which means the weight is going to start slowing me down. I may take a pit stop and rest, either at the logging cabins, which would be more sensible, or at the cabin in the woods. Both of them have a bed in. I've been up to that watchtower. It's a nice place. The only reason it's not... You can see it way up on the mountain there. The only reason it's not sort of base material, that cabin, is because it's A, you can only access it via a rock climbing rope, which means you cannot travel back to your base if you're overburdened, and B, it is miles away from anything. Like it's right, it's like a massive spire right in the middle of nowhere, and it's a pain in the arse, let me tell you. There's a deer there. I'm not using bullets for deer. I'm using bullets for big hunting, big game hunting, like moose and bears and things like that. With the black bear back next to my base, might even be worth getting, or might even be worth killing a bear or two. Interesting thing about the Stalker sandbox. Here are the logging cabins. I think I am going to rest at the logging cabins. Interesting thing about the Stalker sandbox is that as you kill wildlife, or as the game progresses, and it becomes... Oh, there's a wolf over there to the left. Sorry, I've got to make good time if there's a wolf stalking. Yeah, sorry, yeah, where was I? Oh, nasty wind. Nice biting wind. Where's that wolf? He's there. He's coming towards the cabins. Hopefully he won't head me off. So I need to get indoors. Nearly there. The wolves patrol very close to these cabins. We might have to go up and to the left, which is dangerous because that is very much wolf country up there. Can't see that wolf. He's probably on the road. Let's get into this cabin here. Can we get... Hopefully he won't see us? No, okay. Just slip in there. Alright, and these are the ones with the beds in. Lovely. We've got some cloth, got some pillows and things like that. My problem is not... Again, I've got a chocolate bar. I've got a chocolate bar. And that's pretty much it. That's my claim to fame at the moment. So let's just eat that. Might as well get some in down us. Then let's sleep for like 10 hours. I know it's going to be night time when we wake up, but what can we do? Intestinal parasites is healed. It's bad weather out, it sounds like. We'll see how dark it is. Sometimes we can commute in bad weather. Okay. If not, we'll have to wait till morning. Hopefully we don't get stranded out here. It's the middle of the night, we're peckish. Let's check the weather. Leave trailer. Yeah, it's minus 13. There's no way we'd be able to travel in this. We're going to have to wait for better weather. Worst comes to the absolute worst, right? And we're desperate. We get stranded here for a day and we're starving. There's a wolf outside. I have a rifle. We kill the wolf. We cook the meat. Everything's fine. That's you know, worst case. But ideally, I don't want to spend a rifle round. But no point starving to death over it. I don't have any more books on me that I can research, so I'm going to pass time for 3 hours. Wait to see if the weather conditions improve outside. Hopefully they will. Sounds a bit more hospitable out there now. Let's have a look. It's too dark. No, I'm going to have to try and wait till morning. It's just too dark. Morning's not far away. I'm going to try and pass time for another couple of hours. And then sleep until the sun comes up. It's not great for my hunger meter or anything like that, but it's what's got to be done. Okay, there we go. A bit of sunshine creeping through the curtains. There we go. I can navigate on this light. There's a wolf somewhere down here, which means we're going to get driven further up the mountain here. Which is bad, because I know there's wolves up here as well. Maybe that wolf down there has moved on. No, he's still there. Shite. Yeah, this way it is then. Something's disturbed those crows. Try and hug the right. That's just some rocks there in the snow, not a dead body. I left some rock climbing rope up here yonks ago. And I can't remember why I took it with me, but it weighs something retarded like 6 kilograms. It's insanely heavy. There's usually a fair few wolves around here. Let me just recon. Bunny hop it. If I can go straight here. Get up around over on the... Okay. No wolves? No wolves. Okay. Let's make our break. We'll go up on the hill here. There we go. Okay, that works. We'll go up here. Try and stay on the high ground. Away from the road. See you later, Bacon Wake. Cheers, man. Some people want Morgan Freeman to narrate their lives. You want me to do that? Yeah, sure, why not? Is the link in the Discord command not working? No, it should be. Should be the right one. If it's not working, then I apologise. come on. Let me get over this hill. It's not a steep hill. You just got to do me this one kindness. Does anybody know, with bunker spawns, you know, the special bunkers, the survival bunkers that you can find, is there only one per map, or can you sometimes find 2 or 3, or is it strictly 1 per map? I can see it only being 1 per map, because they do have a fair few supplies in. Hello, cross-compiled. How you doing, mate? We got to ramble through the snow here, back to base, and then plan our next move. There's no point in going to explore more of Forlorn Muskeg. What does Forlorn Muskeg connects to the railway, doesn't it? The railway line. It might be worth exploring the railway line.
Getting kind of thirsty.
Oh, that's an interesting proposition. We could do a very far exploration in the direction of Forlorn Muskeg, like going back. Oh, that is an interesting idea. A dangerous one, for sure, but there's a whole heap of supplies that we could have access to. Wind's starting to pick up. Oh, the wind chill factor is very high here. Okay, we need to sprint. We need to make good time. Didn't realise we were as cold as we were. What's the temperature? Minus 16. That's bad. That's not good either. There's a wolf there. Let's try and get down into the dugout. Oh, the cutout, sorry. Is that another wolf there? It's not good. Can't afford to have my clothes ripped in this snow. I don't have a decoy I can drop either. I'm out of food.
Can't feel my hands.
The watchtower over there isn't a good enough spot. I need to try and break line of sight with this guy, get to the cabin. The question is, how far can I kite this guy? The answer to that is going to be not far. I need to get over this hill. Don't be too steep. I've got no food on me, lad.
Cold.
I see ya. He's kind of glitching out. I don't like it. There's the cabin. Go, go, go. I don't have flares, guys. Didn't bring any with me. Forgot to. Looks like he might... Oh no, he's coming. He's coming. I see ya. Yeah, boy, I see ya. Oh, he's like quick pacing it. Go for one of the rabbits. There's plenty of rabbits about. Oh, he got scared off. Why did he get scared off? Well, he got scared off. That means I can continue pushing and making good time. Let me dive in here for a minute. Get a little bit warmer. Okay. Yeah, I've been in this cabin more times than I can mention. Saved my ass a few times now. Oh, I'm running out of food here. And there's still a little ways to go. I can't stay in here long. Hypothermia, 5%. Soon I'm going to start to starve. As well as freeze. There's nothing for it. We've just got to push. Just got to push as fast as we can. Put the rifle away to try and make better time. When you've got nothing in your hands, you move slightly faster. You're not having to like steady a rifle around. We can make better time if we move like this. Let's try and hug the cliff face as best we can. Let's try and avoid any unwanted encounters. rabbit from Monty Python, yeah. Here's the frozen lake. Okay, that's good. Or the frozen pond. We'll just need to check it for wildlife.
Goddamn freezing.
All good. Reasonably clear. Can't see just over the hill to the next, yeah, just ahead of me here, but we're making good time. Our house is not far now. I've got no scent as well. It was just unlucky that we stumbled into that wolf. Right, down to the bottom of this hill, and then up the next hill, and down to the bottom of that hill, and then we're back at home. Not a moment too soon, to be honest. We're nearly out of hunger. Top of the next hill, and then we're good. That's a deer. Okay, that's good. That means there's no wolves nearby. Yep. It's alright, there's plenty of food back at base, you'll be fine. Just keeping my eyes peeled. Sometimes wolves get up this high and it's a real pain in the arse. I've not killed meese. I've only killed one meese. I've not killed 3 mooses. I've killed 1 moose, and this will be my 3rd. I've killed 3 black bears and 1 moose. That's my my current tally. I would have killed more. I'll definitely kill another moose if it rocks by, but they're proving impossibly hard to find. I've only seen 1 moose, and I was lucky enough to have it stumble round by my base. Which is just coincidentally just here. Yeah, the moose was very close to our base. But I've not seen one since. In 60 days, I've only seen 1. I don't know why the fish renders from so far away, but the rest of the meat doesn't. Clearly fish is just that good. Get over the rocks here. And dive inside. Here we go. You've earned yourself some food, my friend. Nearly out of meat. Like, just so nearly out of meat. Let's have
Might have to drop some gear.
another moose steak as well. The moose meat is the thing that's deteriorating the quickest, so we'll just keep it on us. Indoors. Let's warm up. You can ice fish in this game, right? That's right, but I'm not near anywhere that you are allowed to ice fish. There's only a couple of ice fishing spots on the entire map, and I'm not near any of them. They're a bit of a walk away. Oh dear. Right. I desperately need to improve my cooking skill, but it's proving a pain in the arse, I'll be honest. Right. What have we got here? Let's take a look at our clothing, because we were very cold then, so something must be deteriorating. Our ear mittens aren't great, 95%. These... oh, do I need to heal these? Oh, sorry, let me see. If I repair those boots, how much can I repair them for? Let's have a look. Actions repair will be repaired for 21. 85% chance of repairing. Okay. I need to wait until they drop below 60%, or no, once they reach 70%, I need to heal them, because that is how much repair skill replenishes an item. In terms of this scarf, how warm is it? Is it better than wearing 2 hats? Not really. What's the condition of this? 77 and 83. Oh, it might actually be worth wearing a scarf. Oh my god, horses are dumb again with the 1500. Would you rather a silent protagonist in this type of game? I don't... It's certainly better that he doesn't have a voice, like... oh no, terrible cue. No, how could you say that? No, it's a little bit more water resistant. Sorry, still making a decision on this. This has got a lower condition than this one, and it has the same... Okay, let's try and... let's grab a cloth and repair this scarf. That's right, I got all of my spare sewing kits as well, didn't I? Yeah, I'm happy the way it is, to be honest. I think that's fine. So 1 degree and that, and then if we repair this one... No, that's probably going to be about the same, isn't it? 1 degree and 0.5. Only this one has more water resistance. So yeah, it's more worth it to wear the scarf. We look at well, even sillier now without our other hat on, but yeah, we'll leave this. We'll leave the other hat in here. Cool, that's alright. We've got our spare firewood as well, which I shall drop here. A couple of pieces of reclaimed firewood. Never hurt. We got our tinder plugs as well, which we can add to the hundreds under the bed that we no longer need. Because we've got loads of them now. Well, we don't. Well, we can actually start fires without tinder, so fucking why the hell not? Okay. What about our rifle here? I guess we can put our rifle back on the shelf now, back on its rack. Just because we've made the journey, we can drop the hacksaw back on the shelf, or back on the drawer here, back on the work table. The scrap metal itself, I gathered quite a bit of it. But I don't really have anywhere to put it, so I'm just going to put my scrap metal somewhere vaguely close to somewhere that I can put it. Is there any room in here? There's a little bit of room in here. Oh, it's only 3 kilograms. Can I put 3 kilograms in here? Just about, maybe, maybe not. Magnifying glasses. Is there any... I can take out that stack of paper. Let's pop it in here, see if we can. Should be able to. And pop 13 in there. Then we've got 4 spare, which I guess I'll just put into here. Okay, down here. And scrap metal. Cool, so that's plenty of scrap. Whew, okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is this manky hatchet. I might have to bring this other one. This is my good hatchet. This is my last hatchet after this one. So this is the ones that... This is the one I'm going to use the whetstones to keep in good condition. Apart from that, I also got a shitload of sewing kits, didn't I? Something I was running out of before, but now seem to have them coming out of my ears. So I'll pop all of these spare ones. These are all 100% sewing kits here. All of them. So having 6 spare sewing kits for repairing clothing is massive. Very good indeed. Cool, so our next plan is to probably double back and explore an area that I've not explored before on this run. Basically, if you can imagine Forlorn Muskeg, if you can, it's basically a map with a railway line that runs right through the centre. Over a lake made of weak ice. If you follow the railway line to the opposite side of Forlorn Muskeg, you come to what I believe is known as the Desolate Railway. The Desolate Railway has not, to be honest, not a huge amount on it. It's quite a desolate area, would you believe? But it does have one decent spot for loot. It has a cabin, like a holiday lodge, with a lot of gear in, I seem to remember from previous playthroughs. So we'll have to give that a try, give that a look. It's certainly a good thing to do, but it's a long expedition, and a dangerous one at that. And if I want to bring gear back with me, I'm going to have to leave my rifle. It's too heavy to take with me. And I'm going to have to leave my bearskin rug. If I want any chance of bringing gear back with me, I have to leave them. Which is a scary prospect altogether. Let's eat some of this. Let's drop these maple saplings. We're getting a good supply of these now, which is nice. The cabin with the double front door, where the wolf attacked you through it, pretty much. Have I refueled my lantern yet? No, you're right. That's something I needed to sort out. Down. Which one is it? It's this one. Tool. So that is my spare storm lantern now, which I need to turn into scrap metal, which it won't let me put away. So that's my scrap metal lantern. This is the one that has fuel in. And I guess I could fuel it up. Got a litre and 1.3 litres and 2.6 litres of fuel there. Let's take 2 flares with me for the road. I've got my hatchet here. I'm going to leave my manky hatchet behind, well, under there, I guess, and take one of my nice hatchets with me. I've got this whetstone for this knife if I need to, but I shouldn't need to. I've got that for spare repairs. This in case I need to... No, it's only worth 0.1 grams, but I'll leave it here, nonetheless. Food, I need to take some more water with me. A lot more water, because it could be a long time before I'm able to make things again. I've got spare clothing that I picked up before, sorry, boots and things. Extra pair of gloves, extra pair of footwear, and an extra top. We can find better winter gear while we're out there, that would be fantastic. I've got plenty of bandages and things like that. Painkillers is something I'm missing, but I have a pack of 6 of them here, so we'll take those with us. Water purification tabs is fine. Old man's beard wound dressing. Could leave behind, potentially. I've got this bottle of antiseptic that I can't use. Well, shouldn't need to use. I'll drop this bottle of antiseptic here. And leave it just on top of the shelf. Just like that. Okay. 5 bandages is good in case we get into a pickle. I've got antibiotics just in case we get ill. I've got 8 antibiotics. My emergency stim pack in case I need to absolutely bloody run for it. And then my painkillers as well. I've got all of those. I've got some food for the journey. I should take some emergency provisions with me. Military grade MREs are going to be my emergency provisions. And maybe my peanut butter as well. I'll take a little bit more water. There's not much point in taking anything else. Okay, we're doing a sort of a far-reaching expedition then. This one's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, don't eat it. Did I just eat some? I did. I ate like a tiny little bit. Right, well, that is pretty much that then. We are now going to go on an adventure of sorts. I should really take my rifle with me. Really take my rifle with me. But at the same time... It's probably not worth it. Cloth, stick, and a little bit of lamp oil. Could make a torch. Simple torch, the same kind used to dispel, or might even keep wolves at bay. Might be worth making a torch. What we'll do, we'll take a little bit of oil with us. A little bit of kerosene. I either take the whole thing or nothing. Let's just make a torch now. So what do I need? I need 3 sticks, a piece of cloth, and a piece of wood. So cloth is in here. And a piece of wood. And then my oil. Workbench, up here, torch. Let's make one. We'll sleep, we'll eat, we'll drink, we'll head off on the road in the morning. Through Forlorn Muskeg. Let's refuel my lantern as well while I'm here. Actions, refuel. Whew, God, an expedition away from home is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Okay, can you siphon gasoline from cars using a knife and a jerry can? I'm not entirely sure you can. Nice, it's certainly an interesting idea, but I'm not sure you can. Let's take a few sort of tins of food with me as well, just in case I get stuck in a jam while I'm out there. Energy bars, that kind of thing. Just some, you know, extra food for the road. It feels wrong leaving my rifle here, but I can't take it with me, not really. What we'll do is... Oh, this energy bar's in a terrible state. I guess we'll just... No, we'll leave that here then. I'll leave it on top of here. Got any other energy bars? That one's a bit better, I think. 28% ain't great. But it's better than nothing. Right. Let's see. 36 kilograms out of 35 and a bit. That's fine. We've got loads of water. In the morning we'll make some coffee and then we'll head out. Game time now. It's midday. What can we do? I guess we should just sleep and maybe head off at night. I know that sounds like a bit of a shit idea, but I think we should do it. Okay. Let's sleep for as long as the game will let us. And then we'll make a coffee. It means that we should actually get into the railway, Desolation Railway, sometime in the morning, which is nice. It's just starting to become night time. Maybe this is a bad time to go. Maybe I should wait till morning. Let's see what kind of temperature we're dealing with. Read books. I don't have any books to read. Temperature 7 degrees. It's a good time. Let's make something happen. I've got a tin of coffee on me. It's going to get dark, but now's a good time to travel, he says, with some uncertainty. Right, let's get us fire going. Start fire. I've got my torch, I've got my flares if I desperately need them. We should be able to make something happen here. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, like a sled inventory. That would be pretty cool, chilling, yeah. Like, remove your ability to sprint, but allow you to drag a sled behind you. That would be pretty cool.
That's done.
Just add another stick to the fire there. 9 minutes. Let's just add one more stick. Let's brew up a tin of coffee. Coffee's not in great state, but it should give us the fire we need to get out and explore. It's going to be good. It's going to be good shit. I've got high hopes for the expedition ahead. Even if nobody else does. 3 litres of water. 3 litres might not see us through very far. I'll grab an extra litre if I can sort of feel my way around the room. There we go. Grab an extra bottle of water. Weather seems to be getting a little bit worse. No, weather's okay. Right then. Last check. Last roll call, please. I've got my bedroll and my good hatchet. This is going to be it. Off we go on another adventure. No rifle. So this is going to be an interesting one. But for the sake of exploration, we're going to do it because A, I want to get more rifle rounds, and B, I want to maybe try and find the flare gun. The flare gun being the only weapon in the long dark that can repel a bear. And I mean repel it. Looks like we chose a good time to set out as well. Big Blue's just left his cave. Yeah, it's the only weapon in the game that can scare a bear off. Which makes it immeasurably helpful in certain situations. So yeah, we're going to go up to Forlorn Muskeg. We're going to traverse the railway. If we need to, we can actually hide at the Jameson's family doohickey. But hopefully we won't have to. Chances are we're going to have to burn at least one flare going through Forlorn Muskeg. But I'm hoping it won't come to that. Well, bad boy, it's one of those ones. You have to do things every day to make it worth it. Like, we've spent a lot of time over the last sort of week in game not doing much. Mostly just passing the time to get by, that kind of thing. And it's a waste. We need to find more supplies. We need to become more proficient in what we do. In order to last for a long amount of time out here. Now, I can only last as long as the game will allow me. If I run out of food, I can't just magic more. I need it to stay. And while I've got shitloads of food at the moment, it is something that will run out, and I need to stockpile as much as I can of as many different things in order to make things last. Now, one of the things that I had in abundance before that I frittered away, I wasted, was rifle ammunition. It was 303 rifle rounds. I had 22 at one point, and in the 2 months I've spent 12 cartridges. I'm now down to 10. And while 10 is better than 2 or 3 or 5, it's still something that in certain circumstances I'm going to get through quite quickly. Like, I can still find myself in a lot of trouble if I get caught with my trousers down without a means of being able to defend myself. Now, he says all of this stuff about being able to defend himself and decided not to bring his rifle with him into the wolf-infested plains of Forlorn Muskeg, but it's something I have to explore. I need to bring back as many provisions as I can, and I don't think I'm going to be able to bring them all back in one go. I think it's going to require 2 or 3 transits through Forlorn Muskeg. But what you've got to remember is that this direction here, this direction that I'm travelling right now, this is backwards. There is nothing really for us if we progress further back this way. This area connects to 2 areas, Milton and the Desolate Railway. And the Desolate Railway doesn't have anything connecting to it. It's as far back as you can go. Which means if I have to progress, I have to progress towards Pleasant Valley, which is in totally the opposite direction. I can't afford to go back towards Desolation Railway, which means any gear that was at Desolation Railway is gone, is wasted. Which means I need to gather as much of it as I can before I leave to maximise the amount of time I can spend at Mystery Lake. Everything here in Forlorn Muskeg, everything at Milton, everything in the Desolate Railway, they all have to be looted before I move on to get the maximum amount of time out of this sandbox run. I need to make it last as long as possible, and even though there's a chance I could die tomorrow, even though there's a chance a wolf could, or a bear or a moose could jump me or maul me and break my ribs and mean that I can't do anything, in the event that something like that happens, in the event that I break my ribs and I can no longer sprint and I'm in extreme pain for about 3 or 4 weeks in-game, I need to have enough supplies stockpiled to be able to say, you know what, I can stay in base and get better. If I ever get to a point where I'm in an absolutely crippling condition and I can't stay at base, that's when the trouble starts. That's when things get really desperate. If I have to leave my base with broken ribs or a crippling illness or debilitation, that's when the problems start. And that's what I need to avoid by making sure I have as much as everything as I possibly can stockpiled. Everything from painkillers to antibiotics. Because I'm running out of painkillers now. I've only got I've got the 6 that I've got with me, and then I've got 6 back at base, and then that's it. That is a grand total, because it's 2 painkillers per ailment. That means I can only get 6 more sprained wrists and 6 more sprained ankles. And they seem to come in 2s, don't they? So probably only, if I sprain my ankle and wrist at the same time every time, then that's only 3 more incidents that I have painkillers for. And that's a rather frightening thought, thinking that the next time I sprain my wrist in a pinch could be the time that it kills me. Now, I'm carrying quite a lot of wolf meat on me here. Which makes transiting Forlorn Muskeg quite dangerous, especially with the risk of the Aurora popping at any time. Now, if the Aurora does pop, I've got a few things that I can do to try and maximise my survival. And when I say maximise my survival, I mean really scrape by on the bare minimum. Yes, we've already looted all of this area here. We originally came from this way. We started out on either Forlorn Muskeg or the Desolate Railway. We actually started down there and transited through right at the beginning of the save, but we didn't stop and explore the Desolate Railway because I know how dangerous it is to start on the Desolate Railway. The Desolate Railway is probably one of the worst starting points in the game because there's a lot of loot in very certain places, but as a starting character there is not enough loot to make it all of the way through Forlorn Muskeg towards Mystery Lake. You'll freeze to death somewhere in between. Now there's a wolf ahead of us on the railway line. 2 wolves. So we've got to be careful. We're not freezing, which is good. We've got to take it slow here. Now, if the aura pops, our immediate plan of action is going to be to double back to the railway cars that we were just in and try and hide. Now, way out there in the distance, somewhere on that left side there, is the Jamesons or the Petersons or the Pattersons, whatever. 3 wolves, 4 wolves. Okay. I've got to find a way round. Can't stay out there. I've got to get ready to backpedal immediately. Sorry if I'm going a bit quiet here. This is quite a tense part. Probably one of the more dangerous moments of this journey. Right here. And again, sorry if you're really struggling to see here, but there's some things that... Rose hips, take those with us. There's some things that not even I can shed light on. There are some things that you are going to miss. We'll hug the coast here. There's a frozen river just there. Is that a dead wolf? A dead rabbit, is it? Something sticking up. At least the ice isn't thin here. Not sure what that is. Maybe a rock or a boulder sticking up through the water. See, if I was here to explore, I'd travel to the top of that stream, but I've got one goal in mind, and it's this way. Just got to keep our eyes peeled for movement. Here's something off to my right. I'm going to ignore it. He says as he looks right. Could be a bear up there. The wolves glow alien green in the aurora. They certainly do, and they become hyper aggressive, like unreasonably aggressive. I'm going to take some of these mushrooms with me as well, because these are very helpful. Should always take these when you can, because they're very rare actually. There's actually a fucking shitload of them on Forlorn Muskeg, but I was really struggling to find them on Mystery Lake. So there's a watchtower there. Some deer stand of some sort. Weather permitting, I want to ignore it. I want to keep going. My coffee means that we've actually got a hell of a lot of stamina. The coffee that we drank before we left means that I've got a lot of stamina to push on. And the weather is agreeing with us. It's only 1 degree at the moment above freezing, which means we're making good time. The ice is likely quite thin here, so I need to plan where I'm going. Although it's starting to get pretty difficult to distinguish between ice and snow. There's a very thin difference here. The Aurora Duck Warrior is a strange electromagnetic phenomena, not too dissimilar to that of the Northern Lights, that causes the sky to glow green, and it causes electrical equipment that should otherwise not be working to seemingly spring to life. You know, phones. Oh, I think a wolf just tried to stalk us there, but the scent of our wolf and bearskin jacket, sorry, our wolfskin jacket and our bearskin rug scared him away. However, we're on the opposite side of the lake now, and we're able to push towards the other side. going to use the torch at first because it's pushing me onto the ice. Scared him off. It's alright. Let's try and make time towards the tunnel. I don't want to sprint too much if I can avoid it. I just need to get into the tunnel. This one wants me. You back off, son. I'm pretty sure I can get through the tunnel here. Hopefully it's not snowed in. I'm pretty sure there is a way through. There we go. Ooh, nasty. Here we are. The broken railroad. I'm going to extinguish my torch just to save it. The wolf won't follow me through the tunnel because this is a new area, inverted commas. Now there are plenty of wolves out here. No weapons. Yep. Yep. We've travelled quite a way. Again, the weather's agreeing with us, which is nice. This would be a lot harder if it was colder. So we chose a good time to travel. It's quite a quiet night. Thank God. Now remember, this is where we started originally. Way back when we first spawned in 60 days ago. We moved through here to start with. I can't remember where we spawned though. I'm pretty sure we spawned down by the tunnel. I feel like I shouldn't be moving this way through this gorge here. I'm going to keep my torch out just in case. I need to light it at a moment's notice. The problem is that constantly lighting it and extinguishing it absolutely slays the condition. Looks like there was a rock slide of some sort here, separating the railway in half. The landslide discovered. Okay, I thought, was it? This is the area where you have to go round, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. There's no shortcut here. You've got to go round the rock slide, which means going down and to the left. Down here. There was a wolf down here once upon a time. Hopefully. Right. We scared him off. Now it's getting very dark. Now I'm struggling to see. This wolf is properly fucking spooked. Right. Oh, I've missed the area where we climb up. Matches, good, just as we were running out. Do I need to get across that log? I think I do, don't I? It means climbing up here on the left. Big hit on my stamina, that run down that hill. Not terrible though. Yeah, okay. I think this is where we go. Up across the log. There's a waterfall down there. Get across the log. He shouldn't follow us. You didn't hear me scream. Okay. God, I hate this part of the map. Jumped in class. Nice. My whole office just jumped on me. Oh, shit. I'd like to apologise to the office for that one. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't want to say you had it coming. That was a very manly scream, yes. How are we doing on condition? Not too bad. I even scared Jane's cat. Pretty sure my neighbours heard that. Anytime? Anytime? Do you know what? Travelling at night wasn't the smartest idea. Wolf down there. Okay, we scared that wolf off. Oh, that wolf just killed a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yes, mate, I see you. You eat that rabbit. We've got to get through here. I don't know why. That music there. Very SCP containment breach. We're at half strength on the torch. I don't want to get trapped here, but I may end up getting trapped here. The place we need to go is just down here on the right. It's starting to open up. When we hit a maintenance or a railroad, like when we hit a special area, we'll know it. Is this it? This could be it. I think this is it. Yeah, is this the maintenance yard? This looks like it could be the way to the maintenance yard. I think this is the way to the maintenance yard. Yes, this is where we need to go. This is where I was planning for us to be. There's wolves down here in the maintenance yard, but there is a building we can go into. And hopefully, I've not looted this building. I know I definitely haven't been to the area behind it. I'm just not sure whether I've been here yet, in so many words. This door's closed, which is usually a good indicator that I've not searched this corpse, so I don't think I've been here yet. That's good. That's very good, actually. Okay, we scared that wolf off with our scent. Check this car out. Yes, new location discovered. Maintenance facility, so we've never been this way. So there's a good chance on finding supplies that we've never found before. Let's get inside. Check this other vehicle. Some cloth there. Did I... Guess I extinguished my light. Very helpfully. Light it back up again. Let's get inside. Can't close this door. Salty crackers. Got plenty of those in chat. Let's have a look. Conditions fine. Let's pry bar this. Oh, I don't have a pry bar. I didn't bring my fucking pry bar with me. That's annoying. Hopefully we'll find one. In this,
Oh, yeah.
in this thing somewhere. Sakoda, thank you very much, mate. Wasn't there wolves inside last time? No, not to my knowledge. Not inside, no. Let's get inside then. Try and find a pry bar. Oh no. Power cables. Ah, now that's nice.
I could use this.
Now if we do get the Aurora, we can use that torch. All's well that ends well, I suppose. We'll just let this torch peter out. And we'll decide if we're going to stay the night. Mountaineering rope is a good catch. It's not often we get to do mountaineering. Okay. I'm just trying to stagger around, see if I can find anything on the surface before we do an in-depth search. No, my torch is starting to die, isn't it? Yeah, it's about gone. Can we use this to light... yeah? Can we use this to light... starter? Torch? Tinder? Can we use the torch to start and light the fire? Use the torches... Literally use what's left of the embers on the head of the torch to try and light the whole torch on fire. Let's see whether this works. Almost choked when I screamed. I didn't scream. There's no proof. You should have one of your screams as the sub sound. Absolutely not. That scared the shit out of me. Holy crap. So we were able to set the whole torch on fire, which is just some miracle. So in terms of water, we got 3 litres of that. It's not too bad. I don't want to be here too long. I kind of want to loot and go. Let's take a torch and the fire. Start looting. So a ski jacket, now that is a good find. Plenty of books. Again, I'm after a pry bar. That's the most important thing I can get here, because a lot of decent stuff is hidden inside these lockers that are locked. There's a hacksaw. Quality tools is a good catch. Some more lantern fuel, bit of cloth for repairs. Here's the bathroom. A shooting guide. Another locked locker. It has to be a pry bar. I'm going to be missing out on so much gear if I can't find a pry bar. God, I'm desperate for one. Right. Like, this is like a really good place to find a pry bar as well. It will just be super unlucky if I can't find one. Because I'm partly here for some better sort of average winter clothing. That's the primary focus. Doesn't look like we've got one. Damn, that's annoying. Would have been super helpful to have one. We've got a hacksaw in here. And some more kerosene. 0.62 litres, not great. We've already checked up here. In the red toolbox, no. The pry bars are like items that are... Aha! There you go. That's what we're after. Perfect.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
That's desperately what we needed. Right. Okay. Let's go and explore those lockers that are outside. What is that? Cloth and some soda. We'll explore this place when it gets a bit brighter. And we're able to navigate the park outside. Crack this open. Flare. And a ski jacket. Nothing. Oh, I've tabbed out. Someone barked. Okay, let's get back inside. Brakes on first use. It hits a keg of oil or something. That's flares. I've got 3 of those now. Let's light up this bad boy. Now that I've got a little bit of spare lantern fuel. Something making a bit of noise then. Not sure what that was. Right, let's begin a more thorough search of the place. Now that we know that we can... bit more easily break into lockers, and we can, because we brought a load of sewing kits with us, so better able to are these honestly, are these green containers, if you smash them there's stuff in them? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's a yes, but I can't remember. It's random. I
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Who was that? Poopy Car. Fantastic username. Thank you very much, mate. Let's see what we got. Another flare. Massively. There's a tin of soup down there. I see that. Oh, a decent military coat and decent snow pants. This is good. This is a good haul of stuff. Good haul of shite. Moose Kicks coffee. There's plenty of books. I might not bring the books with me because I've already got loads of books. It's mostly an alternate provisions run. Food and that kind of thing. Cup of herbal tea. Drink that up just randomly. Lovely. Improved rest. Not that we need it, but... Okay. Summit soda. Nothing. 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 Could you make any more noise getting in that bin? Okay. Just all of that shite here. Not much else, obviously. There's a pair of trainers and stuff, but I've got shitloads of leather back at the house. Books and things. I don't need books. I need better winter weather gear. And other things. The hacksaw's a nice find, but I don't need it. I'm not breaking anything with my torch on. That can fuck off. I'll check the crates in the morning. Got these lockers in here. Spare pair of sports socks. Sports socks aren't great. What did you have on you?
I could use this.
I'm going to leave the running shoes. Winter jackets, winter clothing, thermal underlayers, that's what I'm after. We'll take that. Oh, and a flare shell. I need to drop those boots because they're just too heavy to justify carrying them. Nothing in those lockers. And that is pretty much that, apart from some of the smaller things down here. This mountaineering rope,
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
5 kilograms, designed for climbing. It's a good thing to know that it's here, but at the same time, how can I use it? It's 5 kilograms, for God's sake. Good quality hunting knife, always welcome. Keep accidentally going to extinguish my lantern. Okay, let's check this drawer.
This'll come in handy.
Oh, okay. Apparently you can find pry bars in drawers. Oh, and a spare heavy hammer. Gonna leave it. Don't need a spare one, I've already got one. I've already got one, and I can keep it repaired with scrap metal. That's my spare torch. I have a rummage around down here. Is it getting brighter? No, it's the middle of the night. May end up just kipping here for a few hours, seeing what's going on, what isn't, what is. Grab this newspaper roll. Again, all of this machinery wears into life during the oil, so we need to have this place put behind us by the time we start moving. There are some beds here somewhere, so I'll go out and have a sleep. I think there's some beds up the back, isn't there? Back where that scarf was. We'll sleep, we'll wait till morning, maybe eat something, and we'll carry on. I'm not... oh, fuck me. Not planning on spending too long here. Oh, that's the bed. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Nice 10-hour sleep. Who's that? Lucius. Lucius Dracul. Thank you very much, mate. Oh, dear. Stretchy arms. Ugh. Good shit. It's morning, which is nice. Did that use all... no, okay. My lantern turned off. Thank fuck. Right. Now we get to smash up a few containers and see what they have in them. Not least because I'm not sure what they do have in them. Anything in the freezer? Nothing in the freezer, nothing in the fridge, nothing on the hob. Let's just smash this up with a hatchet. Need to eat and drink. Go for these shitty moose steaks that are on like no health. The condition,
Use a drink.
those moose steaks are in a really bad way. Plenty of drink though. I'm going to break up like one more container and see if I get lucky. If not, I'll just leave it. Nope. I just feel that crates in certain areas, I don't know, unless I could find literally like a Wikipedia article that said certain containers do and certain containers don't, like something more definitive. I guess I'll stop filling my inventory up with crap, basically. Having that firewood's going to be good in case we do need to make a fire a little bit further down the road. But it shouldn't be too bad. Weather's starting to get pretty nasty. Let's crouch and leave the shed. There's quite a lot of wildlife out here, including a black bear. So we need to be careful. We're a little bit overburdened as well, so we can't move very quickly. I'll need to drop some stuff when we get up to the cabin and then decide what I want to bring back with me. Again, the priority is either rifle or rifle ammo. Rifle ammo. Either or either will do. Wolf. Let's just take a knee here. What's weighing us down the most at the moment? All of this wood. We can break up more wood when we get there. Lots of this winter clothing. 41 kilograms. Not great. Not terrible. Water's okay. Let's drop this knackered ski jacket. Don't need that. Moving a little bit quicker. Not much, but a little bit. Wolf is still moving down there. There's a deer running away there. Who's he running from? Me. Okay, good. Dead deer. Nice. Could potentially double back and get the carcass from that. Get our flare out. Just in case. We've got 4 of the bastards now. We've doubled our flare intake. Look, as long as there's deer here... Oh, a moose. Hello. Shame I'm so far from home, otherwise I would. That's a really good find. I don't want to get too close to him though. He'll get real pissed off if I try and rush him. But at least we know there's a moose there. Now there are wolves up at the top where the lodge is. And if for some reason if the lodge isn't there, I'm going to be in real trouble because I can't see it up on the hill. Hopefully it's just blocked by the mountain. Slip in here. Close that up. Cool. We'll get up the hill. There are some wolves up at the top here by the lake. And again, I don't have any way of defending myself. That moose is such... oh, it's a biggie. If I'd made my base here, perfectly fine, but there would be no way I could make my base here. Because it's just not a place to base this. It just isn't. If anything, what I might do is leave the meat, grab his hide, and run for it. Which is why I need to save as many flares as I can, just so I can make the journey back. Let's listen. Some footsteps very far left of me. Likely a wolf. We have to go left. Exactly, yes. The plural is meese. So what we're going to hopefully find as we come round to the building here is, sorry, as we come around this cliff face, is a large lodge-looking building with a pond outside it, and normally 2 wolves. The question is, can I get inside without the wolves killing me? There's one wolf. He's got our scent. Some reshy mushrooms. That wolf is eating a rabbit. Let's let him carry on. Just going to try and slip on by. You keep eating him, mate. I mean, no. You carry on. Here's the lodge. This is what we're here for. There's the maintenance yard back there. Get inside, he's finished eating his rabbit. The hunting lodge. Through the back door. Whew. Okay. Well, here we are. It's not a glamorous place, this, but it's going to be home for the next couple of days while we gather what supplies we can from here and then and double back. So let's grab what material we can, and then after we've looted this place, I'm going to have to call it there because there's a few things I need to do around the house. Chores, namely. Right. Let's have a look. So, the name of the exploration here is Rifle Ammunition, and there is, floating in the middle of nowhere, a spare rifle, which is what we came here to get. No ammunition. A spare rifle is certainly helpful though, and we'll be able to clean this rifle up when we get out there. Lovely. Okay. Can't see any of the rifle ammunition around. There's usually just sort of rifle cartridges here and there. Check this backpack. Again, this is a hunting cabin. So they did a lot of hunting from here. Hence why there's a lot of wildlife. If there's enough wildlife to warrant building an entire hunting lodge, so it really should tell you how much wildlife there is around. Let's check the basement and then move up to the first floor.
Like a lot of gear.
It is a lot of gear, my friend. Don't worry, we'll get rid of it in good time. Got this weird firewood bin. Nothing in there. Container. Again, rifle rounds are what we're after, in any number. Doesn't look like we're going to be so lucky. Should have found some by now. Another fire striker is always a good find. Ah, here we go. Rifle ammunition. Seamless. Seamless. I don't know why my animation seems to... It seems to work for a little while, and then my animations just seem to break. A box of 5 rounds, though, is a good find. And worst comes to the worst, we'll be able to unload it and load it into the other rifle. Oh, there's a single rifle cartridge in this trough here. That's 6 rounds. Not terrible. Lantern fuel. Cardboard box. So 6 rounds of rifle ammunition just in the basement. Again, not terrible. There could have been none in the basement, but it's not good either. We'll head upstairs. There is probably more gear down there if I look a bit more thoroughly, but I need to think about rest and choosing which gear I need to leave behind. Can only bring so much back in one run because of the distance that we have to travel. What's this? It's just a picture of some sort. What's that down there? Cargo pants. Not worth it, I've already got snow pants on. Rifle ammunition, no. Let's check this container. There's an ice cream van. Does he have any idea? There's still snow on the ground. Why is there an ice cream? Okay, never mind. Let's go around to the right here. Again, just keeping our eyes peeled for any single round rifle cartridges that we can find. Can't see any rifle cartridges in here. Check this drawer. Ah, here we go. Couple of spare rifle cartridges. Seamless animation once again. Do hope they fix that. It's a very satisfying thing, loading a rifle with bullets, and it's just ever ruined it. Right, let's check this room. Urban Parker.
Use this.
Long, heavy downcoat, more suitable for urban survivalists, but the extra length might keep your kidneys warm. How low are your kidneys? Okay, well, more rock climbing rope. Plenty of rock climbing rope. Which is interesting, because I've never ever found a rock climbing point that didn't already have rock climbing rope on it, so I'm not sure what you can use it for. There's a trunk of some sort here. No rifle ammunition there. There's a book about sewing materials, and then a big trunk. Do I have the 500 days achievement? No, I didn't. The save that I probably could have got the 500 days achievement on, I didn't get because I lost the save. I bugged out my game and lost the save a long time ago. Decent cotton scarf. Okay, well, that seems to be it for the hunting lodge. We came here and we got another rifle, which was part of the reason I wanted to come here in the first place. What we'll have to do next time is devise which gear I'm going to use, which gear I'm going to take. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to head downstairs and just leave and then come back in the building, just so that the game, like, force saves. I think the reason it didn't spawn as much ammunition here this time was A, luck, and B, because it spawned as a rifle. I think because it spawned as a rifle, it was like, nah, mate. Nothing back here? No, sometimes there's some rifle rounds there. Cool. Right, we'll head back inside then, and then that should be that. Wicked. What day are we on now? We are on day 68. So, we left here. We left our base here yesterday, day 67. Day 68 has arrived. And we've made the journey. So it's a full day's travel between here and our base, according to this daily log. The journey back should be fraught with danger, but I've got 8 rifle rounds now, which is nice. It's not as much as I was hoping for, but it's certainly not a bad number. I could have got a lot less than that and been in a lot more trouble. Could have been a much more wasted journey than it was. There's plenty of wood in here. If it wasn't for the amount of shite that lived just down from here, again, I'd love to kill that moose and grab its hide, but there's risk in that. I'd love to, because if you do that successfully, and you steal his skin, which I may still do, you're able to make this a moose hide cloak with only 4 cured guts and a moose pelt. You are able to really protect yourself from the wind. It's very waterproof, and it doesn't weigh that much. And it's very well protected. It's incredibly helpful. But it's, yeah, again, just all part of that dangerous game that we play, so... decisions, I guess. In any case, that is about it from myself then. Hope you enjoyed that little installment there of The Long Dark. I certainly did. A lot of fun. Got a little bit done. We went and grabbed some fire... Well, we went and grabbed... it's sort of risk versus reward kind of thing. Like, yes, okay, we didn't need to come here and we didn't need to get all of this equipment, but... could we really afford not doing so? There may be a point, weeks down the line, months down the line, IRL, where I run out of rifle ammunition, and if I hadn't made this journey now, I might have been in a lot more trouble. So it's really sort of touch and go, to be honest. We'll see sort of how everything gets on, how everything does, and we'll see if we need to make any changes to our game plan. I don't know how long I'm going to spend here at the hunting cabin. It's definitely not being a secondary base of any sort. I want to try and loot this area and move on through Forlorn Muskeg back to Mystery Lake. Just grab as much of the important gear, like this rifle, like the ammunition, as I possibly can in one sitting, and then bring it all back to base. I may even end up leaving this rifle behind at some point and just taking the bullets back to base, because you don't really need more than one rifle. You can, but I mean, you don't really need more than one rifle. You can't sling one under each arm and slide the bolt with your teeth. So yeah, that about covers it. So hope you enjoyed that snippet of The Long Dark. I'm either going to be back either tonight or tomorrow night now, depending on how things go. But we'll be playing some LA Noire next. So yeah, that's it. You can filter on off now. Thanks for streaming on my birthday. No worries, Potato Bert. What's the end game, Josh? It is to simply survive for as long as you can. Cool. Righto. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.